Landlords Podcast.
Hello everybody, how you doing? My name is Pete, also known as Snalydo, here to give you all a little bit of a little insight of this new game called V-Rising. It is pretty hot right now on Twitch, and I think the reason for that is because it really has filled the gap for everybody, involving a couple of different aspects of genres that we haven't seen in a while. So let's kind of get into it. The V-Rising or Vampire Rising, you play as a vampire, which is just rebirthed, and you are a lonely old vampire. Now you come out of your casket and you are forced to kind of craft your way and build yourself back into vampire kingdom-esque life, I guess you can say. You have very minimal powers. You have no weapons. You have no nothing. So the reason why this game is so unique and so enjoyable, and why I've even taken the time to flip my my personal server over to a V-Rising server, is because the game is so much fun playing with other people, especially with my community, that we ended up wanting to play it together. So long story short, the end game, there's multiple different end games for this, or one ginormous one, which is the PvP towards other types of vampires. For myself though, and for a lot of the people in my community, we didn't want to do the PvP portion. We wanted to do the building of our castles, which are pretty freaking cool looking, and B, make sure we can get as many of the V powers as possible. Now, the V powers, what they end up doing is they enhance your vampire. Now, you end up doing that by going on missions, you killing this special, or I should say weakening this special person in game, and then drinking their blood. Once you do that, you end up gaining the V power. Now, one of the first ones you do is you are going after, from what I remember, is a wolf. You go after the wolf, you kill him, you take the V power, it allows you to transform into a wolf. Pretty freaking cool. There's also the ability to turn to rats, bears. There's so many different abilities you can do. But I think that the main focus for this game was intended for the PvP. The game itself, the graphics on it aren't too bad. They're okay. They seem very, copy and paste for different objects within the world, for trees and blocks of ores and the people, and placing mobs and stuff like that. But the cool thing about it, I like, is that the specialized units, like the ones I was talking about with the V powers, they end up having the ability to look unique and having those unique abilities. For instance, you'll eventually find people that are like poachers that shoot arrows and things like that. But when you kind of progress more, you're then going to be asked to go after this frost archer, and then you'll have that archer will look different and feel different, fight different. The AI is different with it, so it's really unique and really cool, and I really enjoy it. So it's just something to kind of to look at it and to have some fun with. Now, I wanted to say that the replayability on it is pretty high, because I shouldn't say replaying the whole game, but the game itself is long. The castle deteriorates over time, so you want to continue to make sure you're doing that. Your weapons and stuff have to be upgraded. There's no leveling system, which I kind of thought was interesting. It's all based on your weapon and your gear, which means you have to farm to get that stuff, and then you upgrade from there. So I really did enjoy, playing this game, and do enjoy playing this game. So it's definitely something you can look at. The graphics on it, like I was talking about, the sounds on them, they're pretty good. I kind of like the fighting sounds. Everything seems pretty on point for it. And I really do like it. Now, like I said, we ended up making the V server, all the V Rising server, because we wanted our own server to play on, because we didn't want to go to some random server that no one really had any control over. So it's just something to kind of put out there. So it's a lot of fun. It's really good. So I would definitely recommend going out and picking it up. If you get some time, pick it up, play with some friends, have some fun. And you'll definitely need some friends to play with when you eventually are going after some of these later monsters. I saw a couple of friends that were streaming and playing, and they were going after a couple of the later V monsters with the V powers, and they were too difficult to kill on their own. So uh, I think it's kind of cool, and I'm kind of nervous because if I go after them and I don't have a friends online, I'm like, am I going to be like stumped? What's going to happen? So it's really, really cool on that aspect. And the night and day aspect of it, oh, you have, let's say, 24 hours of a day, and you have, you know, 3/4 of it are night, and 1/4 of it is the daytime. And in the daytime, if you get hit with the sun and you're a vampire, obviously you get cooked and burned. So it really, really makes you, time everything correctly, and makes you want to, you know, have everything done correctly and timed correctly, so you can get in, do what you got to do, get out. Like I had to make two bases, one on each side of the map, to make sure that I could, had a place to, go in a coffin to protect myself. So it was very, very unique and very enjoyable. So if you're looking to pick up V Rising, it's pretty cheap on Steam from what I saw. So make sure you go pick it up. It's really, really good and it's enjoyable. So my name is Pete, also known as Snalydo. I stream on Twitch 5 nights a week. From Monday to Friday, from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. That's SNALYDO. And then you go on there, and by all means, I am there. Discord, Twitter, Facebook, not Facebook, Twitter, Discord, Instagram, things like that. I am there. And make sure you check out the Iron Lords podcast every single Sunday, and go to lordsofgaming.net for all of your gaming needs. Thank you again for everything, and I will see you all soon. Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.